and Zubayr, Hamza.
Has it been a little bit frustrating in terms of win one, lose one, difficult to build momentum?
Yeah, we've not really had any momentum throughout the competition. 2 in a row was the most we could get in the middle of the competition there. But like we said at the start of the competition, is all the teams are quite strong. There are no easy wins out there, and I think if we look at the standings at the end of the competition, Titans have won 1 game more than I think the rest of us have all won 5. They won 6. So that's an indication of how tough the competition was.
So according to the form book, you should get a win this weekend.
Well, if we're going on the win one, lose one situation, then we should be due for a win.
But seriously, just on the Titans, you had them 31 for 5 here. We obviously know what happened after that, and then you go up there and you get a 10-wicket defeat. What's going wrong against the Titans this season?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say it's specifically to do with them. I think they played really well. We had them 35 for 5. We sort of did a lot of damage with a new ball. We tried to extend that. Rory bowled well in that game. He bowled, I think, a 7-over spell. Pato bowled 4, I think, from a 1 in, and then you followed Rory to keep the pressure on for a bit longer, to try and go for the kill. Really, we needed 1 more wicket, but they played well. Akram and Beardin played well. They saw off that extended spell of pressure, and then towards the end they struck the ball really well to the boundary. So I don't think we created any chance until we dropped Akram on 104 on the point boundary. We didn't create any chances until then. So I think you also have to give credit to them for the way they played in that fixture. I think the one in Pretoria or at Centurion, we probably misread the pitch a little bit. We were 71 for one stage, going okay, but I felt perhaps we tried to go out too hard. As you always feel that you need to score in excess of 300 at Centurion, but I don't think the pitch was that good, and we probably played too many shots and then succumbed in the end.
So in terms of a personnel makeup for the week, have you been in contact with Hashim Amrabat? He's obviously going through a tough time, but have you been in contact with him? Are you expecting him back at the franchise?
No, we're not expecting him back for the semi-final. We obviously we've given him the time and space at the moment. We're not going to hassle him with trying to come and play a cricket match. He's attending to a lot more serious business, so we've just given him that space.
You've touched on you got to get 300 in Centurion. You guys haven't got 300 all season, whereas other teams have, they get there. Can you guys get to 300?
Of course we can. I think we also have to be mindful of the fact that other teams are more often playing on pitches that allow, or conditions that allow you to get 300. You play at Bloemfontein, Centurion, Wanderers, Potch every other week, you get 300. We play at Newlands and Paarl and Oudtshoorn, and you're not going to get 300. I think when we did play in Oudtshoorn, we were on course to get 300. 298 was it? 2 runs short. So, I just think it's all conditions related. You only have to look at all the averages of the batsmen playing for South Africa in the one-day series at the moment. I'm talking about their domestic records versus our guys, and I think sometimes, it's not a true reflection as to who's a better player. I just think that they get to bat on pitches week in, week out that allow you to get 300, and therefore their averages are higher and their team totals are higher every week.
So you obviously the young batsman trying to play for South Africa. Is it that hard to bat on?
I would say it is a bit tougher in terms of one-day cricket and being able to score as freely as playing up north. But in saying that, different conditions come with different styles of play, and if you can adapt to almost any condition, then that would be most ideal in terms of growth for me as an individual. But yeah, just in terms of the pace of the pitches, they're generally a lot slower, with less bounce, and usually they tend to change quite a lot over the space of 100 overs in one game. So just going on this current season that we've been involved in, the pitches on the coast have been a little bit tougher to score as freely as what the pitches have been when we've played at, for example, at the Wonders.
Will JP be leading the team?
JP is available and will be captain.
So Ash, I was going to ask about, like, for example, someone like George Linda and the way he's played for you this season. Has it been difficult to leave a guy like that out on the side, and what's your thought process around it?
Yeah, it's very tough. It's you have to make tough calls all around. I mean, it's not just George. Dane Patterson hasn't played the last few games as well. He's an international quality bowler. At the end of the day, you've got to try and balance the team and try and get the best combination for the specific conditions and possibly opposition. So, we don't make the rules, we just play by it.
And with regards to Khadim, were you impressed with the 2 games that he played in? Now, what was your assessment of his?
Yeah, he bowled nicely at Newlands. He batted nicely at St George's. I thought batting in the daytime was a lot harder than batting at night. We possibly got, well, we're not weather forecasters, but obviously we got conditions wrong with the dew coming in later on at St George's, and it made it a lot easier for batting. If you watch from a distance, you might have thought that our bowlers weren't able to do much on the surface, but I thought getting to 270 in the dry day conditions was a fair effort, and Dayan played really well in partnership there with Kyle, and towards the end with Vern, in getting us to that score. But in the end, dew came in and it was a lot easier to bat at night, and unfortunately for us, Warriors won comfortably.
Ashwell, you also got a new left-arm spinner from SVD. Can you just tell us how's he been in the camp, and what have you made of his performances in the 2 games?
Well, he's obviously new to this level. Quiet guy, not really soft-spoken guy. I suppose if you've watched him bowl, he doesn't do much wrong in terms of bowling. He puts it more or less on the same spot all the time. So as far as consistency in his bowling is concerned, it's pretty good at it. Obviously these guys, we don't often get to see them as they play for Southwestern Districts, which is a long way away. The best we can do at times when they play well is to invite them down for training, as we did last season with somebody like David Beddingham, and then we can assist them when they're training with us. And obviously at some stage you have to be brave enough to take a punt. So I think he's done okay.
Rory, just obviously the title first was cricket. Have you enjoyed the white ball thing?
Yeah, I've enjoyed the white ball stuff. Still feel like I'm bowling pretty well. Ball's coming out nicely. Yeah, we need 2 more big performances coming up this week. So big prep tomorrow, and hopefully we can roll out a good performance again on Wednesday.
You've obviously given a lot of service to the Cobras over the years. How good would it be to pull another trophy out of the bag?
Yeah, it'll be awesome. I think, especially after what happened in the 4-day comp, it'll be nice for this group of players to get over the line in this competition and win a trophy and get that monkey off the back. And yeah, like I said, it'll be good for the youngsters to get that experience of winning a trophy. So, I mean, still a long way away. We still got to take care of business on Wednesday and on Sunday. So, like I said, tomorrow is a big day of prep for us to make sure we're ready for Wednesday. And yeah, hopefully we can get over the line on Wednesday.
And Rory, the fact that you're playing against the Titans, does it fire you up a little bit more? Obviously, you've played against a lot of the players throughout your career, so does that fire you up a little bit more to go on that?
No, I wouldn't say it fires me up. Every game is, you have to be fired up for every game you play, no matter who you play against. So for me, it's just another game of cricket against the Titans, and I'll be looking to knock a few over early doors and obviously doing as well as I can for the team.
And what does it feel like to obviously bowl with Vernon again?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It was good fun the other day. We had Newlands. Look, Vernon's world class. We all know that with a new ball, he's so dangerous. Like he gets movement off the wicket like no one else. So hopefully we can do it again on Wednesday at Centurion.
Rory, in the later stages of your career, has anything changed in terms of your bowling? You know, you and Byrne used to do quite well domestically, just hitting good areas. Is there anything that's changed, that you've changed?
No, look, I mean, nothing really. Just sort of keeping it a lot more simpler than I did probably when I was younger. Just trying to be as consistent as I can in a line and length, and making sure I'm there for as long as possible, and on a day when the ball's doing a bit, obviously look to try and take as many wickets as I can. But when the wicket's flat, is also to try and contain the runs.
Because how do you feel after taking your first 5 after all these years?
Yeah. It took me a while to get that first 5. A few fourthers along the way, but yeah, it was awesome. It was even better doing it in a winning cause, So for me, that was the most important thing: getting over the line and getting into the semi-final, and giving ourselves a chance at winning another trophy.
Also, you played at the Spartans this year. So what's the wicket like at Centurion? It doesn't seem to be like a old Centurion.
Yeah, it's I'm not sure what's going on there. It's used to be a really good batting wicket, but it seems like it's kind of going a bit up and down, especially during the day, in the day games. So I'm not sure what's going on there, to be honest. But yeah, it's definitely not as easy as it was over the last few years to go and bat there and whack it out the ground.
Zubayr, your first class record obviously got to a test score and a test cap. Where would you say you are at with the white ball batting, and how have you adapted?
I'm still learning. I got off to quite a slow start in my 50 over career, and obviously the first thing people look at is stats. So having to kind of claw that back and kind of give people a better reflection of what I'm capable of in the white ball stuff is something that's going along quite alright at the moment. My main focus has just been trying to contribute to the team as much as I can. Especially now, we ended up 4th, as the coach has said, and has spoken to us about our inconsistent performances over the 10 matches that we've played so far. We kind of have had a long chat about it, and we're still remaining positive, albeit that we finished 4th. All 4 teams have an equal chance at the title, and to give ourselves the best chance would to just stay positive, really. Would be to just stay positive going forward. And if I can contribute to a winning cause, then that would be my main goal at the moment. And yeah, just continuously adapting and learning about my game and how to go about it is the main cause at the moment.
Coach, just going back to what have you made of his performances? Would you say he's become more of just a go-to guy? Just like how impressed have you been with his performance?
Yeah, look, I think he's obviously answered part of that question there already. But the important thing for me is that, especially certain types of situations, he's handled very maturely, and those are always the things that stand out for me. Even in the 4-day matches, the game here last week against the Knights, on a pitch that wasn't easy to bat. I always appreciate the batsmen put runs on the board when it's not easy to bat. Anybody can bat when it's easy to bat.
Ash, I just want to ask you about Kleinveldt, and he's had obviously great 2 seasons. When you see someone like in the Proteas side, obviously they called up someone like Sinitin Bashir, who's only had like a half a season with the Warriors, and you see David Miller taking the gloves as a backup keeper. Does that not upset you, but does it bother you that they didn't have a look at someone like Kyle, who's possibly one of the best wicketkeepers in the country?
Well, I think Kyle has done himself no harm. He's had 2 very good seasons, as you said. You know, obviously my feelings and my thoughts are well documented. I mean, I backed him as an outsider, a potential second wicketkeeper for the World Cup earlier, a month ago or so. And I have my reasons for that. I work with him, so I know what he's capable of. Again, another one who, regardless of the situation, you know, steps up all the time. And there's those type of players that I'm really impressed by. People who stand up in tough situations. You know, he's only slight in figure, but he always bats nearly 100% strike rate. You know, so and the skill there is that he's not a big hitter and somebody who just smashes boundaries, but he's almost able to score off every ball, and that's the real skill that senior international players don't have. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I was a selector, and particularly in one-day cricket, those are the types of skills you're looking for. You know, somebody who's not going to be sort of dot, look for a big shot, but able to score off almost every ball. And that's a real skill that he's got. You know, as far as the selection of the Proteas team is concerned, we don't have any influence on that. You know, they obviously have their reasons for their choices.
He did mention that he spoke to you before the season about his batting side of things, and obviously working on his wicketkeeping and his batting has been able to bat separately. So does he do? Would you analyze it as something that he does different to training to get that BMT performances every single time? Is it something that he does different in training, or is it just his makeup?
He's a very competitive and very motivated guy, and I'd say playing for the Proteas is very high up on his agenda. But obviously he's still young. There's a lot of time ahead. You know, I'd say that, you know, if I had any influence in the national team, the way they batted this year in Test match cricket, I'd move Quinton to number 4, take the gloves off, and give it to Kyle. That's how much I back him, but that's my opinion. You know, I'm saying the way they batted in Test match cricket this year, Kwani being not out or trying to smack whatever with the tail towards he's wasted. He's probably South Africa's best batsman at the moment. So I would do that. I mean, that's what I would do. Make Quinton the number 4 and give Kyle the gloves. And that's how good I think he is. And I think you'd make hundreds at number 7 as well. So, you know, but sometimes I've got to wonder if I don't think Otis Gibson has ever seen Kyle Verreynne play any game of cricket. You know, so that is what goes on in our cricket. So, you know, that is out of our control, unfortunately.
Ashwell, JP is batted out of this world. I mean, you've seen it, but how high would you be putting him up the order in terms of the game against the Tigers?
Oh, he'll go into his normal position at number 4. I think the top 3 has been pretty solid. Malan Hamza has been pretty solid so far this season, so he'll probably come in at number 4.
Now, you obviously, when you started at the Cobras, you were part of that young batch for JP and them, and it took a while for you guys to win trophies, and then you got to a field where it was really good. And then, where would you say the Cobras are right now in that phase?
Yeah, I think we're close. We're close to winning trophies with this young group. I mean, we were 9 balls away from winning the 4-day competition, and we've given ourselves a chance now in the semi-final of the One Day Cup. So, I mean, last year we made both semis also. So it's just about us getting over that line and understanding what it takes to win a trophy. And once we unlock that, I think there's no looking back for this group of players, to be honest with you.